What is up, guys? Cyborg here. I just want to say really quick thank you for 40 likes on my second leading guide episode. I really enjoyed making these, and I'm just glad with all the feedback I'm getting. So this episode, we're going to talk about how to keep your team organized. And basically, I'm just going to start this off real quick. Start anything. Some of these tips you might already know, some of them you don't, but these are just for like starting off a team. But so let's get into it. But the first tip I'm going to give you guys is to get a roster with Google Docs or Weebly. I know this is pretty generic. Everyone has a roster, but there's a difference between the two. Google Docs looks a lot worse than Weebly does by a lot. Sorry, my phone just went off there. But Google Docs is really easy to edit, but it looks a lot worse than Weebly does. Weebly looks really clean, really professional, but it takes a little bit longer to update, I guess. Another thing to go with that is make sure all your leaders, or if you guys have someone like specifically for rosters, make sure they have access so they can help updating it. And make sure you actually update it every single time someone leaves or joins. So you don't want to be behind when someone leaves and just have a roster of a whole bunch of people that have already left the team. Second thing I would have to say is to get Dropbox. Make sure your players aren't sending you the clips on Skype, because that's ridiculous. It's really unorganized. And so make sure all your players download it. If they say they can't, they're fucking lying to you. Just make sure they actually download it. Make sure your players add clips to your Dropbox as soon as they join. So as soon as they join your team, make sure they actually you actually invite them to your Dropbox by adding their email to it. Also, get your players to change their Skype name once they actually join your team, because you don't want them to have like just their name or something. Make sure they actually change, like, say the team was Rob, my old team Rob. Make sure it said Rob and then like their name, like Rob Faggot or something like that. Make sure it's like that. It's really, if they don't change their name, it's gonna be really hard to find their name if you actually want to like get in touch with them. Like if you want to ask for their clips or how many clips they have, and you don't want to go looking through the chat, it'd be really easy if you can just type in their name, like Rob something, and you can see all the players that are in Rob. And that's actually a good way to see if people have actually left the chat without you knowing, or left the team but not leave the chat. You just type in Rob or whatever clan it is and see how many people are in and then how many people are in your chat. And then probably the last thing I would probably have to give you guys is a really good tip is make a text file of all your players and have the number of the clips they have next to the name. This is really good because it will show you who's active and who's inactive, and it will show you how many of these people are close to getting their episodes edited and how many people actually need their episode edited. So once, say someone had 10, 12 clips, all you have to do is just find an editor for them, get it edited, take their name off, or put their name on the text file and just put being edited, and then you can just go on to the next player or all the other players that you have who need clips or their episode edited. And you can also talk to people who have like maybe 5 clips and tell them to start setting up their game and stuff like that, because you definitely don't want players that are just like chilling in your team for nothing. You actually want them going for clips, and if they're on a drag streak, then I guess you give them a little break, but make sure they start hitting clips really soon. So that's all that's a pretty short video, but those are all the tips I have to keep your team a little bit more organized. If you have some other tips that you have to keep your team organized, just put them in the comment section below. I want to give a shout out to my friend Risky. Got in a fight a little bit a while ago, but we're friends now. We get over it. But I'll put his channel in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to him, follow him on Twitter and stuff like that. And thanks, guys. I'm just going to ask for 40 likes again, because I know 40 likes is a little bit hard to get on this one, but I'm going to ask for 40 again. So thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.